Okay, so back to Sheba. Sorry, it took me a second. Looks like I have a choker. No, anyway. In the passage, it talks about. Anyway, it's the queen of Sheba. You see my shadows, y'all? That's another story I'll tell you at another time. But basically, she went to King Solomon and she didn't believe everything that she had heard beforehand. And it talks about her spirit was gone, or the spirit itself was gone from her. It was all used up. And she saw that it was more than everything was true about him that was said, but not to the extent that she had witnessed. She presented him with all sorts of stones and pearl, gold, all of that. And she left, keeping in mind that because she had ridiculed him at first, had questioned, pretty much doubted. What really got me in this was the whole point of Sheba, period. And I told you about my dream earlier. Maybe interpreting the dream more, the one that kept circling, what I call chaos, was Sheba's doubt. I mean, that just could be one way of interpreting it. And also, sorry, give me a second. Chronicles. There it is. And the king made the trees trances to the house of the Lord, his house, and the harps and singers. There were none such seen before in the land of Judah. And King Solomon gave to the queen of Sheba, all her desire, whatever she asked, beside that which she had brought unto the king. So she turned and went away to her own land, she and her servants. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon, in 1 year was 666 talents of gold, beside that which chapmen and merchants brought, and all the kings of Arabia and governors of the country brought gold and silver to Solomon. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of beaten gold went to one target. See, this is what I don't get. Ivory. And the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Talking about the gold. 300 shekels of gold went to one shield. Anyway, I don't really care too much about the gold stuff. And all the drinking vessels of King Solomon were of gold. And the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was not anything that counted in the days of Solomon. And it talks about ivory. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with pure gold. Pretty much. For the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Tarshish, and Hiram. Every 3 years once came the ships of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks. And King Solomon passed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom. And all the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom that God had put in his heart. And they brought every man his present, vessels of silver and vessels of gold, and raiment, harness, and spices, horses and mules, a rate year by year. And Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot cities, and with the king of Jerusalem. And he reigned over the kings from the river, even into the land of the Philistines. It says, okay, that's into the border of Egypt. And the king made silver in Jerusalem as stones, and cedar trees made he as the sycamore trees that are in the low plains in abundance. And they brought unto Solomon horses out of Egypt and out of all lands. Now the rest of the acts of Solomon, first and last, are they not written in the book of Nathan the prophet, and in the prophecy of Ahiah the Shilonite, and in the visions of Iddo the seer against Jeroboam. I can't say it. Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. And Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers, as he was buried in the city of David his father. And Rehoboam his son reigned. The forest, where it all began. At least for me, last summer, 2016. This whole year has been about earth for me. Spirit, animals, and there's little signs that were in this passage. Ivory. To me, white is too pure. It's way too pure. And no one here is pure. But like white and black, those are the absence of color. Now ivory, I like ivory. Why? Because it's a little tarnished. None of us are pure. Ivory's the best thing. Not just for me, with me being Caucasian, but for everyone. I'm not saying, I'm picking that because of my skin color. It's just the best thing. White's too pure, and that and black's the absent of color. I'm just saying. Artistically, that's what it's known as. Freaks. I've had some experiences this year, but going back to Sheba and all the stones that she gave before King Solomon gave her everything that she desired. In my green book, before I read about the Bible, even though I went to Christian camp, okay? Even though